Hey, what's up? I'm back playing this game. You know, I thought that once I get my camera back, or rather a camera back at all, I was gonna very quickly go back to how I used to do things. You know, putting out an episode almost every day, or every other day. And, well, things are gonna go right back to normal. Yeah, it turns out I missed the mark by a long shot. You know how last episode, or rather most recent one, I did say that I was filming it in Sunday morning, in the morning, or rather, and then I was gonna evolve the Eevee later that night. That was 4 days ago-ish. I mean, I filmed that on Sunday. It is now Wednesday. So yeah, basically gone almost all week without recording an episode. On the bright side though, I did actually keep up with all the daily stamps and everything, so that's a plus, I suppose. Including, hold on, the one for today, which means I can get this weekly reward thing. I forgot what the Pokemon is. Oh yeah, it's Yamask. See, I already did get the oh, look at that. Guess someone's getting married or something. Hold on. Can you see it? It's fireworks. Yeah, there's a wedding place right behind the theater, which is a perfect place to put fireworks. So yeah, congratulations to whoever's getting married. Mazel tov, I suppose. Gonna stand around here for like a few more minutes, or well, hopefully not minutes, a few more seconds, I should say, and watch some fireworks. That was actually a nice one. Thing is, I don't even know if I'm holding the camera right. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, I can just about barely see anything. Okay, never mind. Back to my ugly face. So, which brings me to my next point. The reason why it's taking me so long to get reacclimated back to, you know, doing this on a regular basis. Not only did I seem to have forgotten to charge up the camera, but also kind of forgot the cable that charges it at home. I did, however, remember to bring the portable charger, which is great. It's now connected to the camera, charging it. The only problem is it's got a very short cable. So unlike the longer cable of the camera, where I can just plug it into the camera and keep the portable charger in my pocket, I am now forced to walk around while holding both in one hand. So far though, I dare say I'm actually doing a pretty good job holding both of them without dropping them, and more importantly, without throwing the camera off balance. Now, why am I here? What am I even doing outside the movie theater? Well, obviously, I went to see a movie. Venom, Let There Be Carnage is the movie that I watched today. Don't expect a full review of it, obviously. It's that's why I still, for some reason, do movie reviews on this channel. You know, funnily enough, that's what I intended to do when I started this channel. Trailer reactions and movie reviews and anything else that I felt like doing. Sadly though, since COVID, I'm just really not doing much on my channel, which really upsets me, but, well, at least I'm still doing something. And right now with my new job, I kinda don't really have much time to even pay attention to my channel, which upsets me even more. I'd hoped that once I get my job back, I could get my life back on straight and, you know, do what I used to do, which was just a nice healthy balance of work and videos. But right now it's not really a healthy balance. It's not really healthy at all. I'm just doing mostly work these days, which is where I'm going, by the way. I'm not going back home after a movie like I used to do a couple of weeks ago. I'm actually going to work from the movie theater on foot. And there's a bit of a security check up ahead. Hopefully they won't confiscate my camera, because I kinda need it. I mean, I only just got one back. But I'm going into this place, and as you can see, there really ain't a lot of Pokestops in it, so this is either going to be a very boring episode or a very short one. Actually, come to think of it, perfect time to use one of these so that I can at least catch Pokemon while walking and talking. Anywho, wasn't really planning on doing anything too special this episode, aside from doing something that I kind of promised I'd do but didn't. It's going to evolve the Eevee, the shiny Eevee that I got as my buddy, and obviously going to evolve it into an Umbreon, because you just look behind me, it's night. And Umbreon is a nocturnal Pokemon, meaning that it's more active during the night. And as far as game mechanics go, Eevee evolves into... What is with this stupid clauncher? Eevee evolves into Umbreon at night, and it into Espeon during the day. So that's really what I'm going to do. I'm going to evolve the Eevee that I've been using, that I've been hanging around with, into an Umbreon. I should probably do that right now, because I also have another plan to evolve another Eevee into an Espeon, which obviously I'm going to need specifically for the advancing up to level 2. Why is a Caterpie escaping from a Pokeball? That should not happen. I mean, that's annoying. You are a Caterpie. You are a weak worm bug thing. Shouldn't take more than one Pokeball to catch you. I should not have wasted an Ultra Ball catching it. Anyways, let's go ahead and do this quick. There it is. As you can see, I powered it up a little bit with some candy and stuff, hoping to get a really strong and powerful Umbreon, because I mean, I could do with some more strong dark types, and Umbreon is a perfect one. Okay, so here we go. Umbreon, here we go. And also, since I just remembered, by the way, hold on. Look at this thing. This thing is beautiful. I love having a shiny Umbreon. It's so great. I mean, Umbreon's a great looking Pokemon to begin with, but in its shiny form, it's just mwah. I would do a Chef's Gifts right now, but I kind of don't really have spare hands at the moment. Right now that I've evolved it, I can just quickly swap bodies. Hold on. not bodies, sorry, buddies, to this one, I guess. And that's going to be my Espeon. Should probably feed it, at the very least. Although, I don't think I need to be quite honest. I think all I need to do is just walk with it. But, you know, I already put it as my buddy, so might as well feed it, right? At least for that one heart thing. Just in case I ever want to put it as my buddy again for more hearts or stuff. There we go. Now it's going to follow me around. Hold on. There it is. We are now buddies or good buddies. I can't remember which is which. Now all I need to do is just walk 10 kilometers with this Eevee as my buddy. Something that would normally be pretty difficult to do, except I am now going to work. And my work isn't really too far from this place, but it's walking all the way over there, mixed with potentially doing a lot of walks there at work. I don't need to walk a lot at work, especially lately, especially during nighttime, but who knows? I might even be able to put some mileage on this game. Eevee could be ready to evolve as early as tomorrow morning, potentially, once I'm done with this episode. Or, if not, it could be about ready on Friday morning, because I've got tonight's shift as well as tomorrow's night shift, Thursday, which ends at Friday morning, meaning I should have plenty of time to record a morning edition of this show, where I will finally achieve the goal I've been striving for these last couple of weeks, which is reaching level 42 by evolving an Eevee into each of its 7, at the time, unique Eeveelutions. Obviously 7, excluding Sylveon. And on that topic, now that I've got myself a shiny Umbreon, here's the thing. I thought I was going to use up all 4 of the shiny Eevees for the 4 shiny Eeveelutions I don't have, or rather the 4 ones that I needed for the mission, namely Umbreon, Espeon, Leafeon, and Glaceon. I wouldn't have anything left for oh right, I don't have an egg in the incubator. That's a problem. But going back to the Eevee conversation, I was afraid I wasn't going to have another shiny Eevee to have a shiny Sylveon, but then I remembered I already have a shiny Glaceon, which is a Glaceon that I traded for. A shiny Glaceon I traded for. So, I can just evolve a regular colored Eevee into a Glaceon and save the last shiny Eevee for Sylveon. That's great. But, that's that. Now, going back a little bit later, a little bit earlier, I should say, the opposite of earlier, later, I should say. Going back a little bit earlier, to an earlier conversation, I just watched Venom: Let There Be Carnage, a brand new Marvel movie. It's not, an MCU movie, but I mean, Venom is a Marvel character, so technically speaking, it's a Marvel movie. Sort of. More of a Sony movie done in association with Marvel, but you get the idea. Well, it's a movie. Yeah, it is definitely a movie. Movie I enjoyed. I liked watching it. Cinder Crow just ran away from me. Of course he did. It did, I should say. But Venom Let There Be Carnage is definitely a Venom sequel. And what I mean by that is that if you enjoyed the first movie, you're gonna like this one. If you didn't like the first movie, you are not going to like this movie. Like, at all. Because it's very much more of the same. And I don't mean that it's repetitive, it's just... I'm gonna say without spoiling. It's the first movie with a slightly different story. And new villains and new characters. That's one way of putting it. It's like the first movie, but with a 2 in it. But it's a sequel. And it's not gonna be a review. I mean, I already did record a before and after review, like I usually do for movies. Whenever I can go to the movie theaters and watch some movies, but I already recorded one and I'm going to post it on my channel tomorrow morning as soon as I get back home, right before I post this episode. So it should already be up on my channel by the time you watch this. So if you want to know what my feelings are on Venom Let There Be Carnage, go ahead and watch that. Just stop watching this, or watch it all the way to the end, I don't care. Go watch the review, and then come back here and finish watching this. Unless you've already watched it all the way to the end. In which case, watch this whole thing again, because why not? Anyways, kind of brings me to an interesting point that I only really discovered myself like a couple of days ago, and I found it to be pretty interesting. So, you know how Umbreon is a dark type evolution? Apparently, at one point during the early development of Gold and Silver, Game Freak was actually considering making it a poison type. And even some of that stuff is rooted in Umbreon's origins. It's in the Pokédex, as a matter of fact. It's in Pokédex entries for Umbreon in a variety of games. Can't really remember which ones though, but it does say in the Pokédex that Umbreon's fur can secrete various different types of toxins which it throws at its enemies, which first of all is a badass thing to do, because, you know, Umbreon is cool and badass and I love it. But also it does speak to Umbreon being potentially, look at that, an Eevee, Umbreon potentially being a poison type rather than a dark type. Suppose they kind of included it in the Pokédex to say that it throws natural poisons that its body can produce at its enemies as reasons why it's a dark type, because, I mean, that kind of does sound like something that a bad person would do. Like throw... Actually, I think the Pokédex mentions that it throws poisons, or rather toxins, to other Pokemon's eyes, blinding them. Which, like I said, it sounds like a very dark type thing to do. Blind your enemies by throwing toxins at them that your body can naturally produce. So I suppose, when you really think about it, It is kind of poison and dark type. Stupid Geodude, stop moving. I don't have a buddy that can bounce the ball back at you. But yeah. And I believe there's some early beta sprites for Umbreon that clearly shows it as a poison type. Speaking of poison types, Trubbish. Hello, Trubbish. But yeah, I guess it all kind of stems from the fact that nobody's really sure why Umbreon is even a dark type to begin with. I mean, the Pokedex, when it's not talking about its poison in its fur, really all it does say is that it's a nocturnal predator that just hunts during the night. Which, okay, cool. That doesn't really speak dark type Pokemon, at least not to me. Lots of animals and Pokemon are nocturnal creatures, but the dark type isn't really, or at least the Western understanding of the dark type isn't really speaking to actual darkness like the night sky or nocturnal predators. What it really does speak to is it's more dark in nature. I mean, a translation of the dark type from the Japanese version is the evil type, which, okay, I understand why they changed it to dark type, but yeah, again, Umbreon's not that particularly evil. I don't think he even learns a lot of poison type moves. Actually, I don't know. I haven't really memorized its move pool too much, but it is something to think about, isn't it? Something pretty interesting that, like I said, I only found out recently. Some of you may have already known about it. But if you're looking for a much more in-depth look at how oops, another one. If you're looking for a much more in-depth look at what really makes Umbreon more of a poison type than a dark type, speaking of dark types, I just caught a Houndoom and hacked an Absol. I have a feeling this conversation is really getting to the game, affecting the game, I should say. But yeah. Hold on. There's a leak over here. Oh! Yeah, there's water being sprayed. Hopefully didn't damage the phone or the camera too much. But yeah, I was gonna say, if you're looking for a much more in-depth exploration as to Umbreon's poison type origins, and maybe why they changed it last minute into a dark type, and maybe some of the speaking of dark types, maybe some of the leftovers from it being a poison type. The reason how I know all of this, how I found out about this whole story, came from a YouTube channel called Lockstin and Noggin. Great guy, by the way. Does all kinds of cool breakdowns of a lot of stuff from Pokemon, a lot of rules and origins, and kind of uses real-world inspirations to base his explanations on. Like, a perfect example would be this Houndour, which is like my third one almost in a row. But yeah, Houndour is a Doberman, and that's the real-world animal that it's inspired by, and it's also inspired by a Hellhound. And did you know that Dobermans were created, or rather bred specifically, by I can't remember if it was German or British, but it was basically a tax collector that needed to have a dog that's really scary and would terrify the people who owe him money enough that they would be so afraid of the dog that they would pay the man his taxes without question. and later obviously the iconography of Dobermans being a scary and terrifying creature kind of, you know, got mixed in with a lot of devilish and hellish imagery, like hellhounds, to form the modern understanding of what a hellhound is, and that is why Houndoom and Houndour, for that matter, look the way that they do. It's Houndour, as you can see right here, even has the shape of a skull on its head, and obviously Houndoom has these long goat-like horns, very reminiscent of the devil, or rather several depictions of the devil in various different interpretations of it. So yeah, Pokemon is really deep, and it pulls from a wide variety of different sources, or rather origins I should say, to make their Pokemon. But yeah, if you want to know more about Umbreon being more closely related to a poison type rather than a dark type, I highly suggest and recommend watching that video by Loxton and Noggin. And just really check out his channel, because a lot of the stuff I know about Pokemon comes from this guy. And I always look forward to whenever he makes a video about Pokemon, where he you know, breaks down all these Pokemon origins. He even did one for Vigoroth as well, rather the entire Slacking line. Sort of how Slackoff is lazy and always lying down because it's a baby. Vigoroth is like a teenager that so full of energy and always likes to jump up and, you know, do stuff. And Slacking is like a father, or rather a fully grown man, kind of lazing around, but he will destroy you if you make him angry. That's why Slacking is so ridiculously powerful, and why it's got that practically debilitating ability called Truant. So that, I mean, it's more powerful than most legendary Pokemon. It's the strongest non-legendary or pseudo-legendary Pokemon in the game. So, it lets you know a little bit about it. And the reason why it's got the Truant ability, where it only attacks once every other turn, is because it's to stop it from destroying everybody. So that's that. But yeah, there's a ton of really interesting stuff to learn from Pokemon, and I learned a lot of it from this channel. So I suggest going and watching some of its stuff after you're done watching this video, obviously. And well, look at that, almost half an hour. Wow. I mean, I can talk. Anyways, I've got about 40 minutes before I have to start going to work, and I'm actually pretty close to where my job is. So, yeah, I actually managed to make a decently long episode out of just discussing the events of the past few days. Oh, and also I should probably do something that I wanted to do and completely forgot about, because I got completely swept away in the discussion about Eevee and Umbreon and Venom and stuff. The reason why I connected Venom to this whole story is because of, you know, Venom and Poison, you know. It seemed like a logical enough leap for me. But yeah, I'm gonna complete this mission from the search for Zarude so I can at least start the next batch of missions. Speaking of Zarude and Loxton, he actually has a new video on his channel specifically tackling mythical Pokemon, with Zarude being part of them. So again, highly recommend watching it. Okay, Drillbur is a ground type, like the ground types that the professor asked us to take snapshots of. I'm gonna catch it right here and now, and see what next the professor has in mind for us. Hey there, that ground type Pokemon you caught looks spectacular. Did you know that Drillbur, the mole Pokemon, can dig through the ground at incredible speeds? In the Galar region, Drillbur often leaves farmers in a tizzy. No idea what that is. In a tizzy because they damage their crops. Sounds like more than they can handle, eh? Anyway, while you were out, I received reports that the Pokemon we're looking for has vines on its body. How about you search the bushes nearby to see if you can find any vines? Don't forget to snap some photos, too. Okay, let's see. Make 5 great throws in a row. Okay. Catch 10 bug-type Pokemon and take 3 snapshots of wild bug-type Pokemon. Interesting. Why would you need my bug types? I mean, I thought for sure he was going to ask us to catch and take snapshots of grass types because they have vines on their body. I mean, Vine Whip is a move pretty synonymous with grass types, along with Power Whip. Matter of fact, I think at one point or another, Vine Whip was originally Bulbasaur's signature move before they gave it to pretty much every grass type in the world. Or maybe I'm just confusing things, but yeah, bug types, that's interesting because bug types are actually 4 times super effective on Zarude because it's a grass dark type. 2 types weak against bugs. Yeah, interesting, but story for another day because now I got myself 5 great throws in a row to make, as well as trying to catch and snapshot some bug type Pokemon. In addition to walking a lot with my new shiny Eevee, it's not really new, but you get the point, so that I can hopefully on Friday evolve 3 different Eevees into different Pokemon, and finally reached level 42. So thank you for watching. If you have, go see Venom Let There Be Carnage because it's a really fun movie and I really enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys sometime later in life if I can remember to properly get my camera ready. So, goodbye for now.
Hello again, everybody! I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.